Hi there. It's November 26th and time for Proverbs 26. Let's jump over there. Now, these are more of Solomon's Proverbs that were transcribed by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. Like snow in summer and like rain in harvest, so honor is not fitting for a fool. Yeah. Lots of fools nowadays get honored, especially on the internet. Man alive. It doesn't make any sense any more than snow in summer. Like a sparrow in its flitting or wandering, like a swallow in its flying, so a curse without cause does not alight or come or land. Curse without cause. A whip is for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a rod for the back of fools. They used to beat a lot back then. Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you will also be like him. Answer a fool according as his folly deserves, that he might not be wise in his own eyes. Right. Put those two together. He cuts off his own feet and drinks violence, who sends a message by the hand of a fool. Yeah. We could also put these together. Of course, all of these could go together, right? Cuts off his own feet and drinks violence, who sends a message by the hand of a fool. Like the legs which are useless to the lame, so is a proverb in the mouth of fools. I guess those really don't go together, huh? We'll take that off. X, there you go. Yeah. This verse 6 makes me think of people way up there that hire anybody that'll carry a sign and scream and shout. And, these idiots. People hire these fools, idiots, scoffers, sluggards. Okay? And they're cutting off their own hands and feet and drinks violence. Who sends a message by the hand of a fool. Right? And they're rich people sending these people out because they all have pre-printed signs. They all have the same t-shirt. And these fools are not going to go out and have a t-shirt printed and have a sign printed and put it on the perfect stick, Just, you can tell. We'll do verse 7 again. Like the legs which are useless to the lame, so is a proverb in the mouth of fools. Yeah. Like one who binds a stone in a sling, so is he who gives honor to a fool. Yeah. If you tie a stone in a sling, it's never going to fire. Like a thorn which falls into the hand of a drunkard, so is a proverb in the mouth of fools. Well, fools are never going to get it, I guess, huh? Like an archer who wounds everyone, so is he who hires a fool, or who hires those who pass by. Well, more of the... Sounds like they're talking about protesters, huh? They had those back then, I guess, too. Like an archer who wounds everyone, so is he who hires a fool, or who hires those who pass by. I don't think we need to touch that, do we? Like a dog that returns to his vomit is a fool who repeats his folly. Yuck. Do you see a man wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Wow. And he's already said that there is no hope for fools, everywhere. So, somebody that's wise in their own eyes, there's another old saying: he who thinks he knows everything can be taught nothing. And I've known people like that. You can't tell them anything because they know it all. Some teenagers are like that with their parents. 13. The sluggard says there's a lion in the road. A lion is in the open square. Right. Now, we've read, Solomon has said this plenty of times. People don't want to go out. There's nothing out there. They're like agoraphobic, I'm not going out there. It's scary. As the door turns on its hinges, so does the sluggard on his bed. You move around but never get out of it. The sluggard buries his hands in the dish, and he is weary of bringing it to his mouth again. You see, Solomon just said these, and these guys are just saying them over again. The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who can give a discreet answer. Yeah. Like the one who takes a dog by the ears is he who passes by and meddles with strife not belonging to him. Boy, I like that one. Okay, so grabbing a dog by the ears is a very foolish thing to do, right? It's he who passes by and meddles with strife not belonging to him. Or a literal translation for meddles is infuriates himself. It's he who passes by and infuriates himself with strife not belonging to him, right? Mind your own business, okay? More about all these protesters, mind your own business. I don't even know what they're protesting. Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death, so is the man who deceives his neighbor and says, I was only kidding, or was I not joking? Yes. This is important. You can never take words back, okay? It's like they say, once you ring a bell, the sound travels out forever. You can't unring the bell. Even if you quiet it, the sound is still carrying out. Don't say stuff you don't mean and then say, oh, it's only joking, because the words hurt. Okay. That's really important. For lack of wood, a fire goes out, and where there is no whisperer, contention quiets down. Right? It's important too. Whisper, contention, gossip. Let it end with you. Let the fire go out. Don't give it any more fuel. Right? Like charcoal to hot embers and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. Right? And if you keep passing stuff by that's got nothing to do with you, you're just adding fuel to the fire. The words of a whisperer are like dainty morsels, and they go down into the innermost parts of the body. Okay. And we were just talking about this a couple of chapters ago. Okay. People listen when you whisper. When I wanted to really get through to my kids when they were young, instead of yelling at them, I would talk very quietly. And you found out the quieter you talk, the more they lean in to hear you. And it goes down in. So remember that. Talk quietly. There's a famous president that said, speak softly and carry a big stick. Like an earthen vessel overlaid with silver dross are burning lips and a wicked heart. Yeah. It's what's inside that counts. He who hates disguises it with his lips, but he lays up deceit in his heart. Right. Right. It's a good one. He who hates disguises it with his lips. You can tell the surface people, okay? actors. When he speaks graciously, do not believe him, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Yeah. Somebody speaks. There's lots of people out there that, especially on TV, they speak nice and they speak graciously, but they're evil, okay? You just know it. Don't listen to their nice words when you know they're evil. Though his hatred covers itself with guile, his wickedness will be revealed before the assembly. Yeah. He who digs a pit will fall into it, and he who rolls a stone, it will come back on him. A lying tongue hates those it crushes, and a flattening mouth works ruin. Yeah, it's interesting. So that's Proverbs 26. Not very long. We'll go over our highlights. We highlighted 4 and 5. Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you will also be like him. Answer a fool as his folly deserves, that he may not be wise in his own eyes. Okay. Prove him wrong. Prove him wrong. Verse 6. He cuts off his own feet and drinks violence who sends a message by the hand of a fool. We talked about that. These people paying these protesters to go out. They look stupid. Because if you any kind of research, and you'll know who sent these people, okay? Because they're not deciding this themselves. They're fools. They're just blindly like that. The latest Just Stop Oil, where they destroy priceless artwork and glue their hands to the walls and scream and shout about stopping all oil products when their shirts are professionally printed, their signs are printed. So somebody's paying for that stuff. Okay, they're not doing this themselves. And they're hypocrites because everything they're wearing, touching, using, their clothes, their shoes, are made with oil products, all of it. And they look stupid. They're fools, and people know this, and people just shake their heads. A lot of that going on. Always was. History repeats itself. Okay, verse 10. Like an archer who wounds everyone, so is he who hires a fool, or who hires those who pass by. Okay? Goes right along with verse 6. Like an archer who shoots arrows blindly and just hits everybody. Not what they're aiming for. So is he who hires a fool, or hires those who pass by. Right? Verse 12. Do you see a man wise in his own eyes? There's more hope for a fool than for him. And they've already said there's no hope for fools, so you see somebody who thinks he's smart? Usually not. Smart people are very humble. They're always looking for new answers. Yeah. Verse 17. Like one who takes a dog by the ears is he who passes by and meddles with strife not belonging to him. Mind your own business. Like a madman who throws firebrands, arrows, and death, so is the man who deceives his neighbor and says, was I not joking? Or I was only kidding? Or just kidding? People that say stuff to get a laugh, to make themselves feel boastful and hurt other people, and then say I was only kidding. Okay? There's no kidding. Those words go in. They sink deep. Don't say it. Or like Solomon says, keep your mouth shut. Okay? For lack of fire, for lack of wood, the fire goes out. And where there is no whisperer, contention quiets down. Right? If somebody's gossiping, oh, did you hear what happened to so-and-so? Let it end with you. Don't add any more fuel to it. Let the fire go out. Right? And added right to it, the words of a whisperer are like dainty morsels, and they go down into the innermost parts. Wait, that's not what I was reading. Verse 21. Like charcoal to to hot embers and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. Goes along with this. If you keep spreading it, you're just adding fuel to the fire. Okay, 22 is different. Like the words of a whisperer are like dainty morsels, and they go down into the innermost parts of the body. Okay? If you want somebody to take you seriously, talk quieter. Okay? Whisper. He who hates disguises it with his lips, but he lays up deceit in his heart. Right. Hates. Lots of that. Lots of judges out. Now, a judge is supposed to be middle of the road, rule of law, unbiased towards either side. But people that appoint these judges specifically look for people with hate in their heart, right? That disguises it with their lips. Lots of judges like that. And that's what we highlighted. That's Proverbs 26. Lots of good stuff. Have a good Sunday. Go to church. Give someone a hug. Let the fire go out with you. And stay away from the protests and stuff. I mean, nobody needs to be part of that. It's one or two people trying to steer the minds of a whole bunch of other fools into one direction. So, have a good day. See you tomorrow.